Well, good evening, everyone. I do believe my mic is on. Let me just say hi to you a second. I'll turn that camera on real quick. Hi to all. And yes, that's a fair statement. Hold on a moment. Good evening, everyone. We haven't really had a chance to sit down and have a little chat here lately, and I'm glad to be able to use this time to do it. If you hear any background music, that's because I'm over here and enjoying myself. I'm drawing myself some water right now. This little water thing here is giving me some problems. The pump on it. I might need to go more automated, but in case there's an EMP, I can still use that thing manually. Have I gone off the deep end? Well, maybe so, but it seems like there's a lot of people that are lined up to go with me. Let's get right into this. This is Randy, aka Jedi One to some, and this is a little fireside chat with those that know me. I'll be talking about quite a few things this evening, mostly about what's happening in my life and what value I can bring to those friends of mine that are traveling with me. And so here we go. If you noticed here on my Facebook page, those that have the are crazy enough to go into Facebook, some of us have to be there. Uh, you'll notice that I have a little post that I just made, and I'll read it to those who aren't on Facebook, and I also emailed that out to everyone. This is a valid request and an offer. If you live in one of these states listed below, I, meaning me, will hire you, definitive word hire, to give away. That's right, to give away a product worth over $30,000. This is a tangible product. This isn't esoteric or virtual. This is a real thing that costs over $30,000. Some of them be a lot more than that. Average about $30,000. For details, contact me at the email address, which is wow. That's WOW. Me. M-E. Wow, me at gmail.com. I'm not kidding. Have been made aware of an offer made by a company that is headquartered out of California. And they haven't. I was called on because someone referred me as a person who might have a reach to some people, especially those in the new home industry and industrial folks, things like that in the energy related business. And so, anyway, I was contacted and we got to talking about this thing, and they said that one of their people went out, one of their you can't really call them salesmen, but one of their people, which used to be a salesman, went out and gave away 102 of these units, these systems, what it is, in a week, in about 8 day period of time. And I said, well, how much does he make? He said, well, on each one of them, he makes $1,000. And I said, excuse me. I said, excuse me, please. I said, did I hear you correct in saying that this individual went out and made $1,000 per system that he gave away to some homeowners? I'll just go ahead and say that. And the homeowners didn't have to pay a penny, never will have to pay a penny. And this guy made $1,000. And the homeowner will never have to pay a penny, because I know about these things they're talking about. I know real well about them. I said, what's the deal? And he went on to tell me. And I said, I went further, and he said, well, this 100 that he went out actually is 102. He probably won't get all those because about 30% of them may drop out for whatever reason. And he's going to end up with 70. I said 70. That even makes it worse, I told him, but that you're trying to, you're being so realistic with it. I said, let's get, okay, 70. I'll go with you 30%. But you're telling me you're going to pay that guy as a video conference, that guy, $70,000 worth of, for that he worked 8 days to do this thing, gave away over $30,000 per pop, gave away this to these homeowners, and they never have to pay a penny, and he's going to make 70,000. And they said yes. I said, where are you sitting right now? I will be there tomorrow. And we talked further, and lo and behold, this is real. If you follow TED, which is the technology education deal, you will have heard about this. It is a very following the theme of a very, very wealthy, beyond wealthy individual with a vision to decentralize power. And he's doing this thing, and it's absolutely brilliant. So anyway, it's not I'm not looking for MLMers. I am looking for folks who can understand running a team of people, because this is going to get out of hand. Yeah, it will. And anyway, if someone's interested, you can contact me there. Let's get on about today. Tonight's going to be a very good show on Coast to Coast. It's Ancient Secrets. That is going to be very good. Are there 10,000-year-old secret societies that still exist today? Was there a race of giants that once inhabited the Americas? This, coast to coast, and really everyday life now is getting to be where coast to coast is good stuff. I suggest that you take a look at it. I want you to listen to something here that drives me. And this is reality, people. This is reality of what's taking place. Listen to this. Just listen to what governments are doing now. Listen to this.
We've got Royal Mounted Canadian police that are enforcing gun controls that basically are against what the civilian government wants to happen. So we got a bureaucracy that's essentially out of control. You had a Liberal Party that didn't have the votes to get certain guns banned. The Mounties did it anyway. When the minister in charge said you can't do that, the next day they basically are against what the civilian government wants to happen. So we got a bureaucracy that's essentially out of control. You had a Liberal Party that didn't have the votes to get certain guns banned. The Mounties did it anyway. When the minister in charge said you can't do that, the next day they banned other guns. So they're basically not accountable to any elected leadership as they're supposedly. What's your comments on that?
Well, I think it's highly instructive. It helps people to understand that the voting part of democracy is kind of a sham. Like, they have a particular agenda, and they will try to put it to a vote. And there are times when it's very obvious and in public they're constrained by the results of that vote. But in this particular instance, they want to take the guns. They've tried to get the votes. They can't get the votes. So they're going to take them anyway. And,
Yes.
and so I would assume it's sort of related to three things. The first, of course, is that, as I talked about with Alex, gun control imperatives go up extraordinarily high when governments are about to run out of money, because there's a huge number of dependent people dependent on the state. I think in America, like half of the population is to some degree dependent on the state for its continued economic survival. And in a country like America, where there's 40% of people have $500 or less in savings, they really are living paycheck to paycheck. If that check doesn't come, or if it's been inflated to the point where they can't buy anything with it of any substance, then you get rebellion. And so governments want to take guns
much
away.
more dangerous than pitchforks.
Absolutely, yeah. No, pitchforks, you can go back behind your gated community, but, you got to emerge sometimes to interact with the sheeple. So I would say that this is a trial balloon that's going up. They're trying to see what extra legal stuff they can get away with. If there's a strong pushback, then they'll wait and regroup and try again in some other way.
So you can see we're faced with these things. They're a reality, people. They're a reality. Let's wake up. That's what the financial intel team's all about. You'll hear me speak of. That is everything that I talk about, is waking up and getting people financially fit. That's what the fit team's all about. And what I'll be talking to some of you about, that ad. It's something that's happening clear and present right now. Let me see. It says reload shockwave. This is over on Pack Alert, and globalist mouthpiece calls for an entire planet to adopt a national identification system. The key word here I just called is national, globalist mouthpiece, the entire planet, and then it says national. Y'all catch that real quickly? National, national. Anyway, I catch things like that. And let me move this where it won't bother y'all so much. Okay. Okay, the Ukraine thing here is they're just pushing as hard as they can to get Putin to do something where they can light it up because they need a war. I'm not kidding you. This is what's happening. You can read over this stuff over at packalertpress.com. Packalertpress.com. It's just what is that? A brain or is that some hamburger meat or what is that? 12 of the world's strangest health foods you probably haven't tried. Well, I'm sure I hadn't. So it's just same old, just propaganda and trying to keep people afraid and off guard. They're having the round table right now over at the Truth Frequency Radio. Let me see if this flash is going to let me play it. Hopefully it'll pop.
Your mouth kind of overruns your brain, and you can't think faster than you're talking. And if sometimes if I'm saying something, sometimes you'll hear me trying to piece something together, and you can tell I'm thinking of what word I want to choose because I might pause and go, that's natural. That's actually something that it's like when your brain stops for a second. It's almost that it's like a natural noise that you make. So when you hear him going and in between each is a different, we'll say, super intellectual sounding word. It's because he's trying to baffle people with bullshit. Yeah. It sounds all good. He's a good orator. So was Hitler, by the way. And because he's a good speaker, people are like, oh my God. I don't know how after 6 years of his shit, people can still be like, oh, he's the greatest president we ever had.
Right.
What fucking drugs are you on? Could you pass them?
Yeah, there's all kinds here as well. Even a drunk sailor that has any dignity can keep control of their tongue, and I know that people are on edge.
Really
What's happening here?
Terrible things happen.
that just popped up there without me even doing it. I guess he wants to talk real bad. Lord have mercy, that was not me doing that. Well, you see, things are a little bit in disarray, are they not? And I want to say that all the folks over at our home, Fit Financial, which is the financial intel team, I have been able to step away a little bit and do what I do enjoy doing, which is this here, the ramblings. Sarah has stepped up and she is handling liaisoning the official Facebook page over there, and I believe she still has Terry and Ribby helping out, and everybody's pitching. A lot of people are pitching in. Lucy and her vet, and Kevin is doing weather, and so they're doing some alterations, and that's good. That's people taking charge and understanding that what you're looking at right here is the purest form of wealth distribution amongst a group that you can find anywhere on this planet. And yes, I do speak of something where someone can go out with an opportunity right now that exists, and they can make themselves $50, $60, $70, $100,000 before the end of the summer. But it's only in certain states, and it's only going to be for certain people, and it's not per se a team or a multi-level. They have an aspect to it. That's definitely not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that $1,000 a deal for giving something that costs $30,000 away because I was fixing to get one, and I can get one free. Never pay a penny, and whoever was to told me about it would get $1,000 for giving me something that I was fixing to buy. Never have to mess with it. Never make a payment. I need some people in those states if that fits your mold, if you want to find out about it. And if you want to do the team thing, they got a little twist to it. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about the $1,000. Twist thing may be nice, but you talk about fair exchange of value here. $1,000 for giving something away, and the people that you give it away to, it has a value of $30,000 plus, and they never have to pay for it. Have you ever heard of anything like that. And that's where this Sacramento trip I was telling y'all about, I'm gonna go do. Or my friend Michael might run down there, and a whole bunch of them, people that we know that live in the Southern California area. Hello. Are going to go shake some bushes, and then I might fire that RV up and just absolutely attack certain little communities between point A and B, and the whole time I can be pulling my weight in water, carrying my water with my team on the FIT program. Life is good when you look for the bright side of it. Glad and real proud of those people that stepped up here with FIT and taking the bull by the horns. My hat is off to you, and that is that's a real good feeling to know that there's duplication happening. That people, the day that I get invited to a hangout or a call that I didn't put together just to talk about things, it's going to be another milestone. Y'all go out. It's an opportunity here. With Saturday evening, you're coming into Sunday. And you can get a test run at what you'll do on Monday by tomorrow going out and smiling at a stranger. It will make you feel good, feel a whole lot better. I don't have anything keyed up right now to do for a little quiet time, but I'm sure you can find some. And if not, listen to one of the, subscribe to this YouTube thing. That's how they'll send you an email when the Spirit moves me that I do these. And for all those people over at Fit Financial, and everybody for that matter, they most likely will go private over in Fit sometimes in the future here. And the other that I'll be talking about will be on a different platform, whole different deal, and I won't be driving that. I'll be the one that's going to walk in with 250 of these things I've given away in a few days, and I'm going to say, where's my 250 grand? Can anybody say amen? Excuse me, I had to call. God bless you. God bless this wonderful country, America. The principles that this country is founded on, she shall rise again based on those principles. God bless this blue planet. Remember, everything in life starts with a single thought. Have great thoughts, and you'll have a great life. Jedi 1, Randy, we down.